Welcome to our channel. Focus on yourself. You will learn the secret to personal growth. You will discover how to stop comparing yourself with others, build better habits, protect your time, and become a stronger and more confident person. As you listen, you will hear useful English words and sentences repeated many times. This repetition will help you understand better and speak English more naturally and confidently. You are busy every day. You wake up, you do small tasks, you talk to people, you check your phone, and the day finishes. But still, something feels missing inside. Now understand this clearly. Most people do not fail because they are not working. They fail because they are focusing on the wrong things. Your focus is the direction of your life. Where your attention goes, your energy follows. And where your energy goes, your life starts to change. Now understand this clearly. If your focus is outside all the time, your life inside becomes weak. But if your focus comes back to yourself, everything starts to improve slowly. Think about this. A farmer does not grow crops by watching other farms. He grows crops by working on his own land. Life is exactly the same. You cannot grow your future by watching others. You grow by working on yourself. If you keep worrying about other people's English, you will feel stress. But if you focus on your own daily practice, even a small practice, your English will slowly improve. Now imagine two learners. One keeps comparing himself with others and feels low. The other practices a few minutes every day and focuses only on his progress. After some time, the second learner becomes more confident. Now understand this clearly. The hidden shift in life is very simple, but very powerful. It is the shift from outside focus to inside focus. From other people's life to your own life. From distraction to discipline. From noise to clarity. This shift does not happen in one day. It happens slowly with small decisions. One small decision to stop wasting time. One small decision to practice something useful. One small decision to focus on yourself for just a few minutes every day. Think about this. Even 10 minutes of real focus every day is better than hours of distracted effort. Because focus builds direction, and direction builds success. Now imagine your life after 1 year if you stay focused on yourself. You will understand more. You will feel more confident. You will speak better. You will think more clearly. But if you stay distracted and keep focusing on others, your life will feel the same, even after many months. So remember this simple truth. Your life does not change when time passes. Your life changes when your focus changes. This is the hidden shift. The shift that most people never notice, but the people who understand it slowly build a better life. And in this channel, we will learn this step by step in very simple English. You do not need perfect English. Some people are always busy, but their life does not change. They work, they talk, they scroll, they plan, but after months or even years, they are still in the same place. Think about this. A tree does not grow by looking at other trees. It grows by focusing on its own roots. It takes water, sunlight, and time, and slowly it becomes strong. Human life is very similar. Now understand this clearly. Self-focus does not mean ignoring the world. It means paying attention to your own actions, your own habits, and your own progress. Many people lose energy because they focus too much on others. They compare, they judge, they overthink. They say, "Why is this person better than me?" Or, "Why is my life not like theirs?" Think about this. Every minute you spend comparing yourself with others is a minute you are not improving yourself. If you always compare your English with others, you may feel shy or weak. But if you focus on your daily practice, even small practice, you will slowly improve. Now imagine two learners. One is always checking other people's progress and feeling worried. The other is practicing a few minutes every day and focusing only on his own improvement. After some time, the second learner becomes more confident and fluent. Now understand this clearly. Growth is not about doing everything at once. Growth is about doing small things every day with attention. Even 10 minutes of focused learning is powerful. Even a small habit repeated daily can change your direction. But only if your focus stays on yourself. Think about this. A camera cannot capture a clear picture if it moves in all directions. It must stay still and focused. Your mind is the same. If your focus is everywhere, your life becomes unclear. But if your focus is stable, your life becomes clear. So the real question is not, how much do you do? The real question is, where is your focus? Now understand this clearly. Self-focus is the key because it brings control back to your life. It helps you see your own habits. It helps you improve step by step. It helps you grow without distraction. And when you focus on yourself, you stop wasting energy. You start building something real. Slowly, quietly, and powerfully. So remember this simple truth. Your growth does not depend on others. It depends on you. And the moment you shift your focus back to yourself, your real journey of growth begins. You see someone doing better than you. Maybe they have a better job. Maybe they speak better English. Maybe they look more confident. And suddenly you feel like you are behind. Now understand this clearly. Comparison looks normal, but it quietly destroys your confidence. Think about this. Two people can have the same abilities, but the one who compares too much always feels weak. The other one who focuses on his own path slowly becomes stronger. So the real question is not, why are they better than me? The real question is, why am I not focusing on myself? Let me tell you a small truth. Everyone is on a different journey. You cannot see their struggles. You only see their results. But you compare their results with your full story. This is not fair to yourself. Now understand this clearly. Comparison steals your energy. The more you compare, the less you grow. Think about this. A student who keeps watching other students cannot focus on his own studies. A person who keeps watching other people's success cannot build his own success. If you keep comparing your English with fluent speakers, you may feel shy, you may feel like giving up. But if you focus on your daily practice, even simple speaking practice, you will improve step by step. Now imagine two learners. One constantly compares himself with advanced speakers and feels discouraged. The other one practices 10 minutes every day without comparing. After some time, the second learner becomes confident and natural in speaking. Now understand this clearly. You do not need to be better than others. You only need to be better than yesterday. Think about this. Small improvement every day is more powerful than trying to be perfect in one day. Life is not a race with others. Life is a journey with yourself. When you stop comparing, something powerful happens. Your mind becomes peaceful. Your focus becomes stronger. Your energy comes back to you. And you start seeing your own progress. Now imagine this. You wake up and instead of checking others, you focus on your own growth. You read a little. You practice a little. You improve a little. Slowly, your confidence grows without pressure. So remember this simple truth. Comparison creates stress, but self-focus creates growth. And this is very important for English learners, because confidence in speaking does not come from comparing. It comes from practicing without fear. Now understand this clearly. Your habits decide your future. Think about this. A habit is something you do every day without thinking too much. It can be small. It can look unimportant. But when you repeat it again and again, it becomes your life. Let me give you a simple example. If a person reads or practices English for just 10 minutes every day, it looks small. But after 1 year, that small habit becomes a strong skill. On the other hand, if a person wastes 2 hours every day on distractions, that also becomes a habit. And that habit also shapes their future. Now understand this clearly. You do not suddenly become successful or unsuccessful in one day. You become what you practice every day. Think about this. A drop of water falling again and again can create a deep mark over time. In the same way, your daily habits create your future slowly but strongly. If you practice speaking a little every day, your brain becomes familiar with English. You start thinking in English slowly. You become more confident step by step. But if you only think about learning and never practice, nothing changes, because thinking alone is not enough. Action is what builds skill. Now imagine two learners. One practices a few minutes daily, even with mistakes. The other waits for the perfect time and does nothing regularly. After some time, the first learner becomes confident, and the second one stays at the same level. So remember this simple truth: your habits are more powerful than your motivation. Now understand this clearly: motivation comes and goes, but habits stay with you every day. That is why habits are more important than feelings. Think about this. You may not feel like studying every day, you may not feel like practicing English every day, but if you build a habit, you will still do it even on low energy days. Now imagine your future self. If your daily habits are strong, your future becomes strong. If your daily habits are weak, your future becomes difficult. It is that simple. So the real question is not, what do you want in life? The real question is, what are you doing every day? Now understand this clearly. If you want a better future, you must build better habits today, not tomorrow, not someday, today. Start small, read a little, practice a little, speak a little, but do it every day. Because your habits are silently building your future, even when you are not noticing it. And one day, you will realize that your life was not changed by big moments, but by small habits repeated every single day. Have you ever sat down to do something important, but suddenly your phone distracted you? You open your phone for just a minute, and then you lose 30 minutes, sometimes even more. And after that, you feel confused. You feel like your time is gone, but nothing is done. Now understand this clearly. Distraction is the silent reason why many people do not grow. Think about this. Your life is made of time. And every time you get distracted, a small part of your life is gone. You cannot bring it back. Let me explain it in a simple way. Imagine you are filling a glass with water, but there is a small hole in it. No matter how much water you pour, it keeps leaking. Distraction is that hole in your life. Now understand this clearly. If you want growth, you must first remove unnecessary distractions. Many people think they have no time. But the truth is they have time, but it is lost in distractions. Social media, videos, random scrolling, and endless entertainment slowly take away focus. Now imagine two learners. One keeps his phone away and studies with full attention for 15 minutes. The other tries to study but checks his phone again and again. After some time, the first learner improves faster, even with less time. Think about this. Even small control can change your entire day. For example, putting your phone away while studying, turning off notifications, or choosing a quiet place. These small actions create big results over time. And this is very important. Distractions do not always come as problems. They come as comfort, they feel easy, they feel fun, but they slowly stop your growth. Now imagine your life without distractions. You wake up and focus on your goals. You study with full attention. You practice English without interruption. Slowly, your confidence grows, your skills improve, your mind becomes clearer. Start small, 1 hour without phone, 10 minutes of focused learning. One simple decision to stay present. Because every time you remove a distraction, you are not just saving time. You are building your future. You see people who speak better, earn more, or learn faster, and slowly you start feeling behind. You start doubting yourself. You start thinking, maybe I am not good enough. Now understand this clearly. Your real progress does not come from watching others. It comes from improving your own skills. Think about this. A plant does not grow by comparing itself with other plants. It grows by taking care of its own roots, water, and sunlight. Your life is the same. If you keep focusing on others, you lose focus on yourself. And when you lose focus on yourself, your growth becomes slow. Let me tell you a simple truth. Everyone has different starting points. Everyone has different journeys. You cannot compare your beginning with someone else's middle. Think about this. If you improve just 1% every day, you become much better after 1 year. But if you only compare yourself and do nothing, nothing changes. If you focus on your own speaking practice, your own vocabulary, and your own mistakes, you will improve step by step. But if you keep watching fluent speakers and feeling low, your confidence will drop. Now imagine two learners. One is busy comparing himself with others. The other is focusing on improving his own speaking every day. After some time, the second learner becomes more confident, even if he started at the same level. Skills do not grow in one day. They grow slowly through practice. Every small effort matters. Every small step counts. Even 10 minutes of focused learning can change your direction over time. Think about this. A person who practices a little every day becomes stronger than a person who waits for the perfect moment. Now imagine your future self. If you focus on your skills today, your future becomes easier. You will speak better, think better, and feel more confident. But if you ignore your skills and focus on others, your future stays the same. If you think about problems all day, you feel stressed. If you think about success, you feel motivated. If you think about failure, you feel weak. If you think about learning, you feel strong. Think about this. Your attention is like water. Wherever you pour it, that area grows. If you pour it on fear, fear grows. If you pour it on learning, learning grows. If you pour it on distractions, distraction grows. Let me explain it simply. Two people can live in the same world, but feel completely different. One person focuses on problems. The other focuses on solutions. One feels heavy. The other feels strong. Now understand this clearly. Your thoughts shape your emotions, and your emotions shape your actions, and your actions shape your life. Think about this. If you focus on negative thoughts every day, your mind slowly becomes negative. But if you focus on positive learning and growth, your mind becomes stronger and calmer over time. If you keep focusing on, "I am not good at English," your confidence will go down. But if you focus on, "I am improving every day," your confidence will slowly grow. Now imagine two learners. One keeps thinking about mistakes and feels afraid. The other focuses on practice and improvement. After some time, the second learner becomes more confident and fluent. Now understand this clearly. You cannot always control what happens around you, but you can control what you focus on. Think about this. Life will always have distractions, problems, and challenges. But your focus decides how you experience them. If you focus on problems, life feels heavy. If you focus on solutions, life feels manageable. If you focus on growth, life feels exciting. And this is very important. Your mind is like a garden. If you plant good thoughts, good results grow. If you plant negative thoughts, stress grows. Now imagine your daily life. If you wake up and immediately focus on your goals, your day becomes productive. If you wake up and immediately focus on distractions, your day becomes wasted. You feel motivated for a short time. You start learning. You start practicing, but slowly you stop. And nothing really changes. Now understand this clearly. Motivation is not enough. You need a routine that supports your growth. Think about this. A routine is what you do every day without thinking too much. It is your daily structure. And this structure decides your future. If your routine is weak, your growth is weak. If your routine is strong, your life becomes strong slowly over time. Let me explain it in a simple way. Two people may have the same goal. One depends on motivation. The other builds a small daily routine. After some time, the second person improves, even without feeling motivated every day. Now understand this clearly. Routine is more powerful than motivation. Think about this. A small action repeated every day is stronger than a big action done once in a while. Now imagine two learners. One studies randomly when he feels like it. The other follows a small daily routine. After a few months, the second learner becomes more confident and consistent. So remember this simple truth? Growth comes from routine, not random effort. Now understand this clearly. A good routine does not need to be complicated. Think about this. Even a simple routine like reading a little, speaking a little, and practicing a little every day can completely change your direction in life. And this is very important. Your routine protects you from laziness. It protects you from distraction. It gives your day a clear direction. Now imagine your life with a strong routine. You wake up and know exactly what to do. You practice your skills. You improve a little every day. You feel progress slowly building inside you. But without a routine, your days become random. Some days are productive, some days are wasted, and slowly nothing changes. So the real question is not, what do I want to do someday? The real question is, what am I doing every day? Now understand this clearly. Your future is hidden inside your daily routine. Start small, choose one simple habit, repeat it every day. Do not wait for perfect conditions. Just start and continue. Because when your routine supports your growth, your life starts moving forward automatically, even when motivation is low. You are never really alone. There is always something happening, a notification, a video, a conversation. And slowly your mind stops thinking deeply. Let me explain it simply. Two people live the same life. One is always surrounded by noise and distraction. The other spends some quiet time alone every day. After some time, the second person starts thinking more clearly, making better decisions, and understanding life better. Think about this. When your mind is always full of outside noise, it cannot hear your own thoughts. But when you sit quietly, even for a few minutes, you start understanding yourself better. Let me share a small idea. A calm mind is like still water. When the water is still, you can see clearly. But when the water is moving, everything becomes unclear. Your thoughts work in the same way. If you sit quietly and practice thinking in English, even for a few minutes, your brain starts forming better sentences. But if you always learn in distraction, your progress becomes slow. Now imagine two learners. One always studies with noise and distraction. The other takes a few minutes of quiet time to think and practice. After some time, the second learner becomes more confident and clear in speaking. So remember this simple truth. Clarity comes from quiet moments. Now understand this clearly. Being alone helps you understand your own thoughts, your own goals, and your own direction. Many people fear being alone. They think it is boring. So they always stay busy with phones, videos, or people. But in reality, they are avoiding themselves. And this is very important. Success needs clear thinking. Clear thinking needs quiet time. Quiet time needs practice of being alone. Now imagine your life if you spend just a few minutes every day in silence, no distraction, no phone. Just you and your thoughts. Slowly your mind becomes calmer. Your decisions become better. Your confidence becomes stronger. You were busy. You answered messages. You watched videos. You talked to people, you did many small things, but at the end of the day you feel empty. Now understand this clearly. Time and energy are your most valuable resources. If you don't protect them, you lose your future slowly. Think about this. Every person has the same 24 hours, but not everyone uses them in the same way. Some people grow. Some people stay the same. The difference is how they protect their time and energy. Let me explain it simply. Your time is like money. If you spend it carefully, you become richer in skills and knowledge. But if you waste it without thinking, you lose it forever.